afternoon, guys. This is Rick Moreland with Vapor Honing Technologies. Today we're going to clean a couple of valves here with carbon buildup. We're actually going to do one in dry blast using 220 grit aluminum oxide. We're going to use the same thing but with wet blast, 220 aluminum oxide on the wet side, and we're going to compare, and then we're going to talk a little bit about which one is better for which application and that sort of thing. So stay tuned for more. Okay guys, so we just finished in the dry blast cabinet. As you can see, just kind of a comparison, the one that's not been touched versus the one that has. As you see, the dry blast does a very good job of removing the carbon in a very timely manner. With the 220 grit aluminum oxide, it's an angular abrasive, gives you more of a cutting action. And with the dry blasting especially, it's more of an impact process, therefore it's going to clean it very quickly. But one thing I did want to point out, notice how it has a real dull matte finish. That's going to be kind of what you get out of the dry blast system. Not a whole lot of polishing going on, but definitely great for removing the carbon buildup. All right guys, so we finished blasting in the wet blast using the 220 aluminum oxide. And here's the dry side. So I actually, for comparison, we have on the right-hand side here, my right-hand side, we actually have the dry valve. On the left-hand side, we have what we use the wet blast. As you can see, the finishes are actually pretty close. Both did a very good job. The dry probably removed it a little bit faster. The thing about the dry is you have to be a little bit more careful about things like hot spotting and warping and that sort of thing. Whereas with the water, with the vapor honing, the water cushions the impact and it cleans by flow versus clean by impact that you have in dry. So it's a little bit different process. Both achieve very similar results, just depending on which particular application. I'm partial personally to the vapor blasting myself because it's more forgiving, because you have the less worry of hot spotting. You don't have the dust in the air. You don't have to worry about getting bit by a machine and things like that. But both of them actually did a very nice job, as you can see. Okay guys, one thing I also wanted to mention was that we actually have free parts testing. You can actually send your parts in. We'll actually blast them on any of our machines, dry, wet, whichever you prefer. We'll share with you all of the details that we use. For example, which abrasives we use, which pressures, that sort of thing. Because we want you to have success. We want you to see what we're doing to get the results that we achieve. And that way it'll help you. Have any questions, need anything, please give us a call, 828-202-5563. Catch you on the next one.